Welcome aboard, everybody. It's me and Rob, and Rob wasn't supposed to be here tonight, so if anybody else, you'd be looking at me. Oh, he's alive. He's here.
He's just afraid to come on because now he knows those Packers got a date with destiny.
Yes.
Yeah, Dallas choked just like he said he would.
That was Mike McCarthy in the playoffs. That fucker cannot coach his way out of a paper bag. So
their freaking defense choked so hard in the first quarter. If they just would have done whatever. I fast forwarded through the whole game. But
whatever. And
comics his hands. Well, welcome everybody. As you can see, we have me and Rob both have mystery boxes going. So if you're bored and want to spend money, look at our things. And Rob's got a better one. I'm actually selling mystery boxes, so when I get paid for them, I'm going to buy one of his. Is my plan. So I'm assuming I'll be able to do that.
Pardon my French.
My
fan all of a sudden is my overhead fan all of a sudden took off and tried to fly away.
At 8 o'clock, I need to go run and make sure my wife's up because she has to actually work today and tomorrow. I'm not working, so we
showing off Pokemon slabs today. No.
What's up, Will? What's up, Eric? What's up, Lascrucia? What's up, Ruben?
Unless Eddie has Pokemon slabs to show off.
Pokemon slabs.
I bought some slabs. No, but I did. Instead of buying mystery boxes from either of you guys, I picked up actual other books I wanted. So
that's good. That's good.
I got 2 good deals on these to pass up. It was a little mini show at the failing mall around here, and I, showed up on the last day. And
what was
like this stack from 2 different vendors? I paid a total of $350 for these, and they're pretty done.
$3.50 or
$350. But you'll see.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, you said $350. I had a heart attack. I'm like,
yeah, I said $350.
Well,
I know.
In our
defense, I am cheap. Yes.
Watching you spend money, I expect it to be $350.
Shut up and big me so I can show off what I got.
Go for it. Okay, hang on. Go for it. Hang on, I'm getting there. There you go. That's why.
All right, in order of mostly cheapest to less cheap.
Oh, nice book.
Not bad. Newsstand. None of the prices on here are what I paid. So I got bundle deals on all of them. So.
Right.
Nice.
This one, I think this is an underrated spec book.
Why?
First appearance of a lot of characters.
Okay, yeah, but
and it's double signed. This one.
Oh, COAs?
No, but COAs. I can make a fucking COA.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, at least I can't even read the signatures. I don't even know who signed it.
It's Claremont and Alan Davis, the 2 people working on it. So.
Okay, I saw. Kind of.
And then look at this one first. This is first Silver Age, Dr. Fate, and Hourman, I think, and then first JSA, JLA meetup.
Very nice.
So not bad. This is another underrated one that I think is just going to keep going up. First appearance of Wong.
Oh, I didn't even know that one was first appearance of Wong.
Yeah.
Huh. I'll have to look for it.
Because I was looking on Key Collector when I'm flipping through all this shit saying, I just have to check and see if I own this. Meanwhile,
You do the same shit I do when I went down to the...
This was just the early Avengers where Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch leave.
Oh, I like that cover. That's
it's a cool cover. Here we have Origin of Loki. It's a beat to hell copy, but still, it was all Journey to Mysteries. Are not getting any cheaper. This is my random spec. Have you guys watched Peacemaker?
Yep.
Are you caught up?
Yep.
My hunch is that this is going to be the villain. The first appearance of Queen Bee.
Queen Bee. I definitely don't
mind
know
controlling alien lady. It checks all of James Gunn's boxes. So, and if not, it's still a decent enough spec and in pretty good condition, really.
Yeah.
So, I got 3 more, and these were let's see. This is low. These are low grade, but still. ASM 47.
Mm-hmm.
Was it second or third Craven?
Yeah, I was about to say I don't know what one it is, but.
This one, this was low grade and it's got water damage, but it's complete and no, not missing anything. It's the first appearance of him.
Oh, wow.
He had it at 80, which even still was low, and I didn't pay that, so
Now that's.
And then this is the biggest book, like dollar-wise book of the thing. He's got it at 8.0, but I think then he pressed it after he graded this, and I don't see anything wrong with it. So I would put it at about 9.4.
Oh, that was the one you were talking about last night?
Yeah, I
sweet.
went back and I bundled. So I don't think I did too shabby for $350 for all that. So
Nice.
Third Craven, thanks, Eric. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I haven't heard much from Eric lately. He's been quiet. I was hoping he
He
put out
just
some...
raffles off his boxes. You can unembiggen me. You can unsmallin me now if you want.
Yeah, I know it doesn't matter. But I was
Why are you
hoping
trying to make Taylor feel small?
Yeah.
I was trying to hoping he was going to put out some lower end boxes. I like his $50 and $100 ones.
Well, you had a $60 one the other day that you could have gotten, and you ended up raffling it. So
yeah, I missed it. Well, I wasn't on Instagram or anywhere near. Probably
Yeah.
didn't see it go. But yeah, other than that, yeah, my point in doing there's two things I thought about buying, and one was either Rob's box or something
What's up,
off a
Christopher?
something off a rabbit. What's up, Christopher? What's up? What's up? Will's here. Hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
We had a lot of people thinking about buying my box. I'd like a few more people to buy it, but
Everybody buy Rob's box so we can stop bitching. Plus, his team's gonna lose next week, so you gotta soften the blow a bit.
Yeah, after watching the 49ers tonight just kill the Cowboys, I might have to go with the 49ers.
That's fine. You're both wrong. But
We'll see. We'll see.
I like to believe, but I also go into these games assuming we're going to lose. So
I assume I'm going to lose too because the Packers are not good after a bye week. But it is going to be colder than monkey nuts at Lambeau Field, and the Niners are just not used to that shit. So
somebody, Yahweh posted a meme about with Prescott saying, "I'll never get to say I'm going to a Super Bowl again." Does that? I mean, I don't know. Does that mean he's retiring? I don't know. I was curious.
No, it just means
time to rebuild the team.
Yeah.
Huh?
Time to rebuild the team.
No, he rebuild the coach.
They're not going to fire McCarthy after this year, I don't think.
I know they won't.
Jerry Jones at least sticks with his coaches for more than a minute, which is the only admirable thing about that dirty shit. But
I've been watching them for 30, 40.
hang on. I just want to see what the score is on the game tonight now.
Oh, who else? I knew there was another game, but I don't have
Chiefs and Steelers.
So
Chiefs up 14-7.
Oh, okay.
No big surprise there. Ben Roethlisberger's got a noodle arm. He is done.
I just thank God that the Patriots got their rear ends.
Oh, that was awesome. Yeah.
I get to watch.
I wish the only thing better is if the Eagles would have pulled off the giant upset today against Brady. But
oh darn!
I got a feeling this is my hunch. It's going to be Packers Bucks in the NFC Championship.
Okay, I can go with that. I can deal with that. Who's going to be in the big game then?
Packers Bills.
Packers Bills. That I could see.
That'd be my ideal scenario. I don't think it's going to happen, but you never know.
But to say I did go shopping down south to that to the other comic shop and could not find anything to buy. I think this week I picked up 2 books total, which was Department of Truth 15, and I don't even remember what the other one was. I'm not sure.
You just need to go to the mall and find sad guys sitting at the mall. That's the way to do it.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, we don't have a mall. There's no mall. Our mall here pretty much.
Well, I mean, that's the thing is this mall is all malls, it's dying. But they had a vintage sale, and there was nothing vintage anywhere. I mean, there's one guy that just had Pokemon and Funkos, and then 2 comic guys, and then a couple other. I mean, I guess if by vintage you mean copied metal bullshit signs that are not old, sure, there's a bunch of those, and live, laugh, love crap, but there was nothing actually vintage at this. So
now our mall has a shutdown Macy's down in St. George that they were supposed to build into some kind of gaming thing, and that hasn't happened since COVID. I think there's a few small things down there. There might be a GC. Well, I don't think. Actually, wait, GC Penney's is still open, but there's
how the fuck? Really? That's still open there?
Yeah,
That's shut down everywhere.
I thought maybe they were told to go. Hang on, I'm gonna go look because
I don't care.
What did you? I know.
Just say it's open. It's fine.
So what did you guys think?
Welcome to the mall report.
Yeah.
What did you guys think of Peacekeeper?
Peacemaker?
Peacemaker, but
I'm tired.
I really liked it. Some of that might just be that I think it's a whole lot better than Boba Fett. But
Boba Fett, I mean, I can watch kind of the storyline, but it's almost cringe effect.
It's James Gunn. He has his heroes are always kind of douchey and sad, and I think John Cena's nailing that part of it all. So.
Oh yeah, he is.
And the opening credits song is amazing.
What the hell's the point? I mean, I see a few of the
Rob, there's no fun. Don't think deep things about it. Just enjoy it.
I did. I enjoyed
There's
it.
an eagle named Eagly. You don't have to like deep dive into the shit.
I showed my wife it last night. I told her, I said, just watch this thing, and she's looking at it. She's like, "Oh, this is just crazy." I said,
"Yeah,
it's exactly. It tells you everything about the show you need to know.
Exactly.
They're
You get
deadpan.
judo
It's
master
absolutely
slinging hot Cheetos. And...
It's ludicrous. It's silly. It's over the top, but they're gonna do it and play it straight.
And it's a
That's
lot of
all
fucking.
you need to know.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. The lady from Orange Is the New Black is awesome. What's her name? I don't get. Amanda Waller's daughter in the show is great. I mean, you know.
Who now? What major character? Now I'm trying to pick out since I don't know DC at all.
There aren't any. It's
the blonde is hardcore. What's her name? I know the blonde. Hardcore. His a vigilante, is that the name of his partner?
Vigilante's in the comics. So is Judo Master.
Those. Oh yeah,
Judo Master. Some of the rest of the team is just made up for the show.
I was just wondering if there was any other major people I just didn't recognize. Oh, I'm sorry. There was a Sears that closed down. Yes, I'm telling you now about them all. We have a Dillard's, a JCPenney's, an H&M, and the Barnes & Noble are the end caps.
His dad.
Did you say Barnes & Noble is the end cap?
Yeah, but they have Barnes & Noble. Yeah, so the Barnes & Noble is an end cap.
So not only do they have... All right, never mind. Go ahead.
It's about half the size of the Dillard's. So, but no, his dad.
Robert, that's a DC character. That's White Dragon. He's a racist character in the comics. So
gotcha. Yeah, when he went to jail, like when they blamed, that was bizarre. The way that was funny as shit.
It's James Gunn. If you've ever watched any of his earlier shit, he does this. This is what he does. This is just a more refined with more money than he's had before. So like, he just has
a lot more money.
It's just douchey characters doing funny shit, and I'm there for it.
He's from the school of trauma.
Yeah.
Yes. I believe
like the toe scene, you know, like
yeah.
I think it's hilarious. It's fun. I mean, it's what I needed right now because like again, just a contrast with Boba Fett, like Boba Fett's such a badly acted, stupidly directed show that just drives me nuts. I won't watch it because it's Star Wars. It's sort of like Rob and Spider-Man. You'll read any of this shit, but like.
How did Favreau screw it up so bad?
It's not Favreau on this one. This is Robert Rodriguez as executive producer in this one.
I thought Favreau wrote it. He wrote it.
He wrote one episode, but like the showrunner and the producer is Robert Rodriguez.
It is.
Yeah, and well, that's Spy Kids. This is what he's just Spy Kids Part 7 with Tamara Morrison. So,
hey, who's here?
Yo, what's
that? The non-camera.
How you doing?
Camera. He's alive.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, hold on. I need to turn it off because it's going to go green. I know it. Yeah, Taylor, I agree with you about Boba Fett, man.
That's good. I'm glad somebody does.
It's one of those things that I say it to everybody, man. I think that Filoni's getting a little too comfortable with his tropes because it's like every time it starts out, like, and there's a kid in the first episode, most of the season is going to be to okay to like possibly bad, and then they close it off with some like badass like Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
Or it starts really serious and then a kid is introduced in like the third episode and then it's all goofy. And then super serious at the end.
So, I don't know what I mean. Really, the whole
Eric Desperado Once Upon a Time in Mexico were great, but he hasn't done any good shit since then. Like really.
You didn't like Alita Battle Angel?
I haven't seen that, to be honest. Okay, maybe he did.
Oh, that was good, yeah.
I mean, I'm just like, he's walking around with like, 2 guards and the assassin chick thing. He's running everything. I'm going, you don't even have a, oh my God. The Sopranos were more interesting when it came to like.
Well, The Sopranos was actually a good show.
Yes, I know that. But what I'm saying is like, it just seems too.
Yeah, well, there's no scooter race in The Sopranos. And it was the slowest, most boring scooter race you could ever have.
Yeah, I don't know what was up with the speeder bikes that look like Vespas.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a clear mod. It's a clear homage to the 60s mod like, scooters, but it was just boring.
Hip hop Vespas.
Yeah.
How many mirrors do I have to have? Oh,
it's like they had to come up. They had to give them some kind of army. So hell, make up these weird ass.
They could have just not killed the Tuscans. That would have been more interesting.
Yeah, that was an emotional miss for me. Like they worked up all this backstory with the Tuscans, and then like.
Good. Sorry. Have a nice time.
I mean, granted, you're obviously building up to some the animosity between him and the Pikes and this battle that's going to go down between them. But at the same time, it would have been, and I guess it's still potentially possible that he could connect with other tribes, but it seems like there's nothing that's been established that the tribes seem to carry. In fact, they kind of emphasize the fact that the tribes were very different in that a lot of them were looters or whatnot, but this tribe happened to not be into that type of shit.
Yeah,
See,
and it's just
now like
not a fan.
Like I can deal with the team of Inspector Gadgets, on Vespas. I can deal with that. But like what I'm confused about is, okay, so the Tusken Raiders. Maybe you got Rob's a big Star Wars fan. Maybe you can help me out.
So they're sand people. This is the thing that bugs me about the media and some of the stories I've been reading about the Sand People is they use the term Tusken Raiders and Sand People interchangeably. The Tusken Raiders are a specific group of Sand People who happen to slaughter the people at Fort Tusken, but not necessarily all Sand People are Tusken Raiders.
Okay, well, Rob, this is exactly the question for you, man, because thank you. Okay, the Sand People then. Okay, so why did it take Boba to come with speeders and like for them to
because
be
you
like,
need the white savior or the New Zealand savior.
yeah, like why did it take them and not one of the Sand People to be like, hey guys, why don't we just get some speeders and go after the train?
They didn't. They were aside from the rifles they had, they didn't embrace technology, right? The analogy is with the early Native Americans, right?
Yeah.
You know, they can take a gun and shoot it, but as far as some of the other technologies and stuff, you saw he had to bring the speeders, he had to teach them how to ride the speeders and stuff, right?
Right.
Well, that was kind of hilarious.
Although it happens like so quick, and these are things with these cutaways, you don't realize that the amount of time that has to pass really with Boba out there to learn how to communicate with these people, to learn to be trusted by them, to be able to teach them how to do all this stuff without being able to speak a common language, because despite what they seem to show us in Star Wars Expanded Universe thus far, apparently every Mandalorian learns Tusken Sign Language. That's because both Mandalorian and Boba know how to do sign language with the Tuskens. But
I got a question about episode 1, or when he started having the flashbacks. I don't know if I saw what I think I saw. Was that basically saying the Tusken or the Sand People didn't kill Luke's grandparents? It was the biker guys.
Those weren't. That was just a moisture farm.
That was just a random farm. Okay,
it's just a random moisture farm. Yeah,
I was
because if you think about it, first of all, him seeing that happened after Return of the Jedi.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
So from a chronological standpoint, it can't even be, unless the only connection you could do if you wanted to say that there was only one moisture farm on all of Tatooine, and therefore it had to be the Skywalker facility. It would have been whoever was working the moisture farm after
they died. Okay,
they had all died.
When I was watching it, going, "Oh, is that?" It just looks so much like that scene.
Well, you got to remember, living out in the middle of the desert, your design is not going to be very complex, right?
Yeah.
You're doing clay. Everything's being built out of earthen structures, and then in holes in the ground because it's cooler down below. So.
Oh shit! I didn't even think about that. You're right. Holes in the ground. Wow.
Yeah, that's why they dig down, because it's cooler there. The ground, the earth, the planet itself acts as a very good insulator to help try to keep you heat from the heat, while the sand above reflects.
Plus all the moisture's in the ground.
That's
yeah. I was like, I mean, it's not that I hated the show, but it's very.
It's difficult to want to. I mean, I want to like it.
Yeah,
I really do, but it is making it exceedingly challenging. All that you can do at this point is you're sitting there going, okay, I'm at this point. You're waiting for something so awesome to happen in the latter the latter half of the show that ties everything else together. That you go, holy shit, that was brilliant.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
right now they're just like all these like intrigue, like little tentacles floating out there, but none of them are that fucking interesting.
No,
Like, that's the problem.
I'm not interested at
I mean,
all.
you
I'm
you
bored.
basically have Boba trying to take over as a crime lord of a planet without apparently knowing anything about what's going on the planet, an unwillingness to adapt to the planet's customs, and having nobody really to enforce
Yeah.
his rule over, other than to say, "Well, I'm Boba Fett."
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
mean,
I'm the ruler and them there.
that's just so asinine. I
Yeah.
mean,
Okay,
Yeah.
guys, I'll be right back. I'm going to say goodbye to the wife. I'll be right back, you guys.
But yeah, but you do have Stephen Root, so
So
and
who do
Danny
you?
Trejo.
Oh, Danny Yo.
I keep like half of me is waiting for like that to be like some kind of trap for the
Yeah.
Rancor than to be.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think there was genuine love in Danny Trejo's eyes when he realized that Bubba had affection for the the
Yeah, it's.
Rancor.
I was like, I mean, that would be kind of cool to be able to see at some point. Watch him come riding into Mos Espa on the back of a Rancor, obviously
Yeah.
solidifying his power base. And
That's gonna be the last episode.
yeah,
Do you think Mace Windu's coming back? Because I think
not in this show.
Not in this show.
no.
I don't think so. I think this show, like if like they were setting up. I mean, Dr. Aphra might be cameoing because there was a droid that like looked a whole lot like one of the murder droids. In the,
What is the
any R5 or R?
oh no, but it had the same paint scheme and everything too. So
It was dark.
it was. Yeah.
What
Well, we
is
got
the-
Black
what is the next
Kardashian,
live-
so I mean we're halfway
Hey,
there.
if it does, but I mean to see him traveling without 000 would be.
besides
No,
that
besides
is 000,
Mandalorian, what's the next?
BT1 could be lurking and be the next assassin.
Right.
What is the next live action one besides Mandalorian they're thinking about doing?
Ahsoka,
Ahsoka? Okay.
and then the Obi-Wan.
Or is it Obi-Wan and then Ahsoka?
Whatever. The two of those have been announced. And we know they're
I hope one of those. I hope they get.
they're
done
in
this.
process. So I guess actually the next one would make sense for it to be Obi-Wan, so they can play on Tatooine some more.
Yeah.
The only planet where things happen.
Apparently,
It's sort of like the MCU where all of it happens on Earth.
except that Tatooine's a lot less interesting.
Well,
Yeah.
racist.
You call me racist?
Yeah.
Because I said it was less interesting?
Yeah, that's right. Listen to the Earth. You're clearly an Earther. You're Earthist.
Oh, geez.
This is the quality content y'all show up to watch, all four of you.
Okay, all four people to watch. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh wow. I don't mind. It's one of
Maul's
those
the big
weekends.
bad at the end. Do you think he's the one who's running, who's like
Who?
having the Jabba's cower? Because it's kind of weird to like. I kind of trust. I don't trust the Hutts. But it's
No,
just,
I
like,
mean the
it's
Hutts are up to
scaring
something.
them.
I don't think it's going to be them. I think that's too obvious. My guess is it'll be Kira from the Crimson Dawn,
Yeah.
or somebody
thinking that.
somebody we haven't met in the show yet. Like it's just going to be.
We'll see.
No, we're Big Jabba's son.
Nice.
Even though he was
Little slugger.
kind of nice.
So anybody else got tomorrow off? I don't
Yeah.
have to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
I do have tomorrow off, although I'm going to work tomorrow because
Yeah, I have to figure out supervillains tomorrow.
I got.
I do
work.
not have. Oh, what are we doing? What are we doing? Those boxes, Taylor. Have you?
Eddie, I just chill out.
No. I was wondering. I'm just checking to see. I don't care.
No, I'm still waiting on Kyle to get me his. Then I'll have 4 in my possession, and then I'll start scheduling.
That's
I've got
fine.
Rob lined up as an okay to do one, and I'm working on like
Oh,
tentatively.
yeah, I gotta go through
Well,
that.
Rob, no, we're talking like a month out at least, so don't worry about it. Like,
Well, that's all
this
right.
is kind of like how you've been
Taylor, I
scheduling
plan
Slab Hub?
things. I'm planned out to Slab Hub practically to May at this point.
Well,
so.
I'm learning from you, and that's what I'm trying to do is plan out unboxing match that far out.
Nice.
And if you watch
Look,
Winks,
this
Winks
was
do controversial
Scott
video.
from Hoarder's High just messaged me saying I was gonna buy a $300 mystery box for you, but I decided to spend $300 on some other books instead. What kind of fucking shit is that? It's like, okay, I'm fine with you not buying one, but why message me and tell me I was going to? But then I decided, fuck you.
That's just a kick you in the junk.
Yeah, the Week Geek video wasn't that bad. It was pretty good, Taylor.
Well, no, but then Comic
I was
Food
waiting for-
Squatchy had a rebuttal last night at like midnight. So
What?
But who pays attention to them?
I'll have to watch it.
well, DJ, and then DJ invited myself and Wink, and we were all in the chat like rebutting the rebuttal. It was fun after your live ended last night, Rob.
Because you guys were talking about one specific box.
Yeah.
And
Well,
so they were in favor of.
They were but they mostly they had issues with my comments about how I value mystery boxes and what I think a value of a box should be, and but they didn't directly just call me out. Although Stevie kind of did. What's his name? Stevie Wonder, the guy that doesn't wear sleeves.
No idea.
So I mean,
I mean,
well, he misquoted me. He's like, Taylor keeps expecting $900 value from a $500 box. I'm like, no. But I'm like, what I do think is if it's not a grand prize box where you're hunting for a raffle ticket, it should have more value than cash, or I'm not buying, or I'm gonna call it a bad box. And like then I tried reiterating this in the comments, but they didn't really want to listen or read, and they just kept attacking. So I was like, yeah, Stevie B, thanks, Eric. So,
yeah, I'll have to go look at it. I stopped reading after mine.
But it's just kind of my point was, and still is, if it's like. Pick your dollar amount. I don't give a shit what the dollar amount is. If I'd rather have $25 than $25 worth of books that I didn't choose. So like, if you give me $30 worth of books I didn't choose, I'm much happier.
Well, yeah, I mean, Rob was the same way. When I did these $100, $110 boxes, I worked with a slab and
yeah.
And
well, you guys all get it. That's why,
plus.
and then other people like Wink and DJ that were also saying like. Selling mystery boxes as a means to make money is a bad way to do it.
Oh.
It's a good way to clear out inventory, help your audience grow, and that kind of stuff, and make back a little bit of money.
Yeah, or a little bit,
or make money if you've had the books for a while, they've now appreciated in value.
Yeah,
but if you flipping immediately on mystery boxes, you're not going to make friends, and So
yeah, and that's why like with this one, like the Convergence, and I'm willing to give it up, even though it's a $300+ book right now. But that's because I paid like $25 for the book plus cost to have it graded.
Yeah, that's the if I do a mystery box with this as like a $300 GP, it's okay. But down the line,
right?
Have mystery boxes like always been around, or is this like a new occurrence type? Because like. It seems like it just popped up, and like you're like $500 for a mystery box. That's insane to me. I'm like,
well, they're all over the place, right? So there's people who do $50 mystery boxes. Usually 50 is about the low end of the box range, right? Because you got to have cost of shipping and everything else. But so there's people who do $50 mystery boxes and 75 and 100, 120. You just go on up, and you just have to understand that the bigger your box, the less audience you have, right? So at $300 a box, the ones I'm doing right now, I understand intuitively that I can't make 50 boxes and sell them, right? Yeah. Whereas if I make a $50 shipped box, I could probably move 50 of them.
Yeah,
pretty easily. But what's in those boxes, or what's the value of them? Okay, maybe if I seed those 50 boxes with one or two, or a 10, 10 really good books that are in there, then people go, okay, cool, I got a chance at getting this. Plus, as long as I get value, otherwise I'm fine. But when I go to do just 10 boxes at $300, I got to sit there and say, okay, what's the value going to be on those, right? And so you have to break it out and go, okay, well, you got a chance at a $300 book. First of all, 1 in 10 chance. That means the rest of the box is clean and clear. The rest of the books, my mistake is I've become, I think, almost too conservative, because I'm saying, I'm guaranteeing you have at least a $325 value. People go, $325 value. Oh, that's kind of low. Well, the reality is it's by my calculations, they're anywhere from 340 to 400.
Sure.
Plus I didn't include all the books in the calculation. So, the reality is you're going to be way over the 325, but I like to be super conservative.
Yeah, I try to go. I give the lowest I can. I usually round down.
Yeah, Eric, JPG claims he was the first. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but because I wasn't on YouTube back then. I know they've existed in other media and stuff forever, like mystery boxes, but common folks, I'm not sure if
you used to go to cons and they always have mystery boxes of some sort there. I mean,
and now it's the new hotness is the whatnot blind bag raffle thing. It's just mystery boxes. You just open them up.
Taylor, I have not. I've stopped actually going on Whatnot pretty much. I'm just curious, how does it work? Because I saw you.
Same
I
as
thought
a
you got
mystery
like
box. You
$30
just buy
box
it.
with 300.
Well,
You paid
people
like
bid.
$100.
Would you shut up and let me talk about how it works, sir?
Yeah.
Basically I've seen is like it's like a mystery box, but people bid on it, right? And so it's not a set price. They have a set floor where people will be like starting at $100. People keep bidding on it, then they pull it up live, and in that's either a bigger hit or a raffle ticket to win something at the end is usually how it works. So it's a lot. It's pretty much
variable priced mystery box.
Just $300.
I've seen some worth value and stuff, and I've seen some not. But if you're hunting for like the big boy books, like that Spider-Man booth is, they like you have a 1 in 15 shot when they do their 100 boxes or their 100 bags to get fairly big stuff. I've seen people bid way over what the big books are worth on there, which is not how I understand economics, but it is what it is. So, and then you have that, and then with the way they did, they had like the last one, you had a 1 in 100 shot at the end of it all if you bought a box to win a mid-grade giant size X-Men #1. So big book. But
yeah, I think my first mystery boxes wasn't that Spider-Man booth. It was Gary. Gary's Comics. Was that who it is? Let's start with a G. I don't know. It was on Instagram. I bought one of his, and then Jack B, and then the slabbed. You guys talked about that one company that dissed everybody and left the slabbed boxes or something. I started buying those, and then that Spider-Man booth when I saw you getting into them. But that's about where I started.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Eric, I'm not buying. I'm not doing no Grant. Grant's Comics did some of those too. Yeah. I'm not buying. I bought one, like you can watch my video. I didn't get my value of the last one I did of that pull bag, but I was like, there's that FOMO because like the round I did it, the grand prize is a book I really kind of want, Fantastic 448, but it is what it is. So.
I don't know. I've only done one large big box once, and that was a $500 box from Choo Choo, and I was stupid and did my wife got me the $400 box Heroes one, and that was laughable.
My cap is about $200 to $250, and that's still a rarity for me. Like and it depends upon what books I see in the preview for those, or a lot. Now like Man from Beantown, I might get one of his because like I like the preview books he's got going, and I've seen other people do them. I like Jackie's box a lot. That was a decent one for the price point. Rob, I like your box. It's just I don't collect half those books, so it's like
no, I didn't even tag you because
no, yeah, I know. Like it's just kind of like
it's not in a price range that you're into.
Yeah, it's not the books. Like you and I like our collection habits have started to line up a fair amount, so I'm like, okay, like yeah.
I mean there's probably actually a couple books in there, but I mean it's as you go like are you even if they're not ones you keep, there are certain books in there that you go.
Oh, I could flip them, I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, like a 9.0 Silver Age Spider-Man, or not Spider-Man, Superman book, and fucking first Dinobots and first, There's a bunch of stuff that's in there. It's really attractive. I mean,
there's some nice stuff.
I didn't even realize when I was going through my books I had been setting because I've just been setting books aside for a while. On them, and when I was going through stuff, I was like, I got 2 Masters of the Universes in here.
Nice.
Really? Huh.
I'm not sure, Eric. It'll be sometime this upcoming week. I'll tag you in it, or I'll let you know.
How did it go?
Your books have shipped. I shipped them out on Saturday for the whatnot, I'm still getting my feet wet and trying to figure out what sells and what doesn't on there. You saw, like I lost my ass on some books, but I made more than I thought I would on some others. So.
How's it been going on there? Good, bad, ugly?
It's okay. I mean, I sold about $150 both shows, and that's not bad.
Nice.
But I'm also not putting up like giant slabs or anything because I don't have the audience for it. I don't have the people showing up like I'm not Wing Kicker, Skeff, or Comic Man Andy.
Skeff's earlier. People were paying. I mean, he was selling mostly today. Was just when I was just before this, he was doing mostly just 100s and 200s ASM books that were like mid grade.
Yeah.
You watching some, for most part they were going where they should, but then there were a few here and there that would go. You just go, really?
Yeah. It's take a slap for $1. Yeah, and that's the thing is like I've also. What's up, Papa Ken? How you doing?
Papa.
I've bought the 50 book box from Grants. You're not going to get giant keys, but if you tell them what you like and you're looking for run fillers and something you like, you'll get a lot of that. So it's kind of whatever you're in for. Like I talked to Grant about it afterwards, and I was like, yeah, it's a great thing. It's just not at the stage of my collecting. I don't want 50 random filler books.
He buys thousands of books. I mean, he's got tons of books. I mean, I bought several boxes off of him. A few slabs really, but there's been nothing I really absolutely needed. I've gotten off of it.
Yeah, I mean, like he threw in a very cool like repro print cover of a Moon Knight number 30 something for me, and I have it on my wall. And a showcase black and white collection of Doom Patrol that I love. It's good to read, but like the rest of the books, I'm like, okay. So
yeah, I got the X-Men.
I think he's on Amazon. He was on Whatnot. He maybe still is, but I haven't seen him on there for a while either, Eric.
He's disappeared. I'm not sure. I tried to look for him up on Amazon and couldn't find any.
Okay.
So I don't know what he's doing now. But I assume he's still around because he has thousands of books. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Oh yeah. He's also a Packer fan, so he's an inherently good person. Well, he worked at Lambeau like for one of the crews for a bit, I guess. So
Ooh, that's awesome.
He's running. Grant looks like he's still running He's running a $100 issue comic book grab bag and a $200 one on his website, and a five CGC slab comics for $199.
I mean, it's not bad. You're probably not going to get giant hits out of it. Just knowing. No, I'm not knocking him at all. It's just the reality of it with him.
Yeah,
so, and he will curate it, and he will like. Yeah, Rob, what was your favorite Pokemon slab yesterday? that was like watching an Andy Kaufman bit for an hour.
What was that? I missed it. I was busy last night.
It was Tyler on Slab Hub, and that's all you really need to know.
Oh, okay.
He very carefully in all our build up and lead up to the entire show only said words like CGC slabs and never once said the word comics.
Yeah,
to me. So he came on cards with 50 fucking CGC Pokemon cards and just proceeded to go through them.
And straight face went through it for an hour. It was awesome.
Yeah,
okay, that would have been free.
And it was like a Kaufman bit. It was just like he dedicated it and he just like went for it. Nice. With his trademark, what did I do? Like
So Rob, are you gonna rephrase the rules now? Like it has to be slab comics, or is it
we'll be a little bit. We'll talk about that. Yeah, when
I can't do my graded VHS tapes for you, Rob. Come on.
I'll just, I don't know.
I'm not grading VHS.
It was, I wasn't thrilled, obviously, but
it was a fun afternoon. It was funny.
People. Yeah, I mean, look, people enjoyed it. They had fun with it, and it was what it was. I know what he wasn't doing it to be a dick to be.
He was doing it Tyler.
He was doing a bit and a joke, and that's fine. That's why despite thinking for a moment about pulling him off and turning off the show, I didn't. Right.
I mean, at least Chris knew some of the shit. So
but I couldn't sit there and pretend to be interested. I mean, it was just
no. You were the perfect heel.
Oh man, I'm gonna watch that after this. That sounds.
It was rough.
So, Rob, I got a CGC question. I'm thinking about like mailing like 4 modern comics in, like with very basic. I'm not doing any bells and whistles with it. Like, what would that be roughly? Like,
well, first of all, you should send 5.
5, okay.
The reason being is that's right. At 5 is they say, and I don't have any math, but they say that's where you optimize your return shipping back is with 5 slabs versus 4. So that's only going to matter here slightly, but of course that means your cost to grade books is going to be higher because it's more. CGC now with their new rate, because you'd be subject to the newest rates.
Right.
So I think that's $26 now. I'll have to go look at their website. I don't use them for my normal stuff anymore, so
According to the website, the new rates, you have to send it in by the 18th. They had to receive it by February 18th.
Oh, that's right. No, that's right. Actually, technically, you have 2 days left to put in your stuff at the old rates.
I'm putting in 10 books.
Because you have to enter it in your submission form by January 18th, and then you have to ship it in and get it there before February 18th in order to get the current rates they have, which is the 2021 price hike rates.
How much did they hike it up anyway? I didn't even realize
it was another like $2 for the modern tier or whatnot, but it's all about the it's just that it's another price hike on top of the previous price hike, right? So
and times still have not come down at all yet, have they? Because
I don't understand how they can be so like
so modern. So now I got my presentation out. I can see it.
Yeah.
So they're $22 right now. If you fill out your form today and or tomorrow and you ship it right away and get it to them so that way it's in their possession before February 18th, then it's $22 for a modern book. After that, it'll be $24 for a modern book, assuming that the value of that book is less than $400.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Now that's an increase from where we were this time last year. If you were, because you had to be a paid member, and you still have to be to submit anything to them, right?
Yeah.
Your membership rate, you were probably at $150 membership rate, so because you'd get $150 credit, so it paid for itself. So that back then your membership cost was $18. So it's a $6 increase or a 30% increase in a 1 calendar year.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm sending in 10 books that the one I've had, they're getting pressed won't be here till the end of this week. So I'm going to pick from those 10, but I'm sending 10 more modern and some hologram and chrome books that can't be pressed. So those are going out they're more for my own collection. 1 or 2 I might get rid of, but
yeah.
But I mean, that's the cheapest modern tier that went up, right? When you go up to the express tier or the economy tier, the price since last year with the 2 price hikes have gone up 44%.
Oh wow!
Just for pressing,
just
for grading.
I was going to say I will not press with them again for now.
No, just for grading. Their pressing prices aren't going up this go round. It's only grading costs that are going up.
Yeah, if they get them out quicker, I wouldn't care as much.
I was gonna go through my presser to send them to get graded. So I don't think I'm gonna. There's no way I can get them out within 2 days. So okay,
well,
so like
you could get the paperwork done in 2 days. You have until February 18th to get the books there. So it means you have if your presser is able to turn them around and ship them directly to Cgc within the next couple weeks, you're okay. But most pressers are also backed up even too. So you have to check with your presser first to see would they be able to help you, because they're probably getting a glut from other people who are trying to rush to beat the price hikes.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna beat the price hike. I'm just gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna try, but if it doesn't happen, that's fine. So 5 books, what is that? Like maybe like.
Well, it's $25 a piece, so it's $125 just for the grading costs alone, plus shipping and return shipping back.
So we're looking at maybe around 200.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's.
What books you got?
Oh, they're secret, buddy. They're secret. Well, one of them is a Cowboy Bebop #1.
Nice.
And I think I'm gonna throw in another one of the ones, probably the last issue because it's a lower print run. But yeah, wow.
You're a member. You already have a membership with CGC.
Not a paid for one, no. But yeah,
okay, you can't submit books to them unless you have a paid membership.
Well, the presser could probably.
Okay. True. Yeah. Is your presser going to charge you more then? Are they going to charge you a fee for them doing?
I'm going to use Justin.
I don't know. I don't know whether he charges a pass-through fee or not.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
I'll
if I was a presser, I'd charge you probably at least $1 or $2 for
yeah, that's fine. That's
on
fine.
top of that, because here's your depending on what you're going to do from a pricing standpoint, right?
Yeah.
So your CBCS, no membership, it's $18 to press to grade the same book versus 25 plus whatever you're going to pay for a markup on top of that.
God.
Plus CGC is also going to. Oh, we forgot. CGC is also going to charge you a submission form fee. So there's at least a minimum of $5 for a digital submission form. Which again, I don't know whether or not there's going to be a charge that's going to be added on. Justin's going to add on top of that because he now has to do your paperwork for you.
Right. Okay.
When CGC signing, somebody said something about you have to use their cutouts to do signings with them now.
They used to say that, but they don't. So you can always use your own window bags that you make.
Oh, okay.
The question for a while was whether or not they were accepting the blue windowed bags that were already pre-made or not, because they have an adhesive or not. We were just going through that discussion with Mark the other day because he was sending his books off to Perez and was buying the pre-made window bags. And I told him, I said, I don't know. I said, I remember at one point CGC was saying they won't accept them, but I couldn't find anything on their website that said that now. I said, obviously they sell their own bags, so they're probably going to say something about it. But if you, and when Mark had them, he was telling me that they have this adhesive and stuff. I said, well, don't pull and remove the adhesive. Leave it and then just use blue painter's tape instead to close it. That way they can't say it's because they rejected your book because of that on there. So
gotcha. Yeah, I haven't even looked at signings. I thought about doing a few, but right now, I just want to get. I went through about the 30 books I've been holding on. I may send to CGC. I took out 8 of them that look in good shape. Hopefully, at least 9.6. The other 2 are like the gold version of the Gambit #1. I have that is at least a 9.4, but you can't press out any defects on that thing. So there's Taylor's hair.
You like that? Yeah.
Whoosh.
Yeah.
So I figure I'll get them in. I'll see them in a year, and they're not books I'm really worried about at this point. I'm never going to see my poor last Ronins that I sent out. I don't know how long ago now. It's been 8-9 months, just because I didn't realize they were magazine. And magazine times are hell right now. I feel like calling them and asking because the first 20 books came back 2 months ago, and now the last 5 books of that 25 pre-screen are just sitting there. It says they're slabbing. It says they're being slabbed.
Well, yeah, they sit in that. There are different periods for times that don't make sense and aren't consistent, and because I track them all and I can't make head or
no,
tails.
CBCS is the same goddamn way.
Yeah.
And they don't communicate.
Well, they're worse because you can't, even if you look in their portal, you really have to download the invoice. And
well, it's also not chronological with them either, because books like things it's just willy-nilly with them.
Yeah. But at least they don't change the date that they receive it.
Yes, Joe was expecting double value. Well, good seeing you, man. He was. Thanks for showing up last night too. It was fun. We'll phrase it like that.
Yeah, they're in grading, encapsulation, and imaging for at least 2 months, and they went out 6/14. 5 books left.
Yeah, my books I've been chasing forever at CBCS went into encapsulation on December 10th. That's all I know. So
is that the guy you sent them into? That guy who pressed them and took 5 years to press?
Well, 13 weeks, yeah. And then it was at the time when I sent him out. When he sent him out, it was supposed to be 13 weeks at CBCS. Once they get him in received, but we're at 35 weeks and counting now. So
yeah, the guy that Rob said he had a bad experience with, who's pressing mine, sent me pictures of 2 of the books, and yeah, they look great. Hopefully, they don't smell bad. But he did a nice job on the older X-Men. I think it's 5 Silver Age X-Men going 49, 24, a few other ones that were in decent shape that I wanted to press because I'm going to start sending my own. I've been spending too much money on pre-slabbed books. So, but
yeah. I gotta sell half the books I just bought. But
I liked it. That was a good. You had a good.
it was a
deal.
good haul. I mean, and some
I'll
of
give
these
you
books are
$5 for that first Adam Strange.
What's that? $5? All right, no problem.
I like the Wong book. I always liked the character.
Well, that's one of those like
was.
I looked it up and I'm like, why does he have this price on it? And then I was like, okay. I'm like, you know what? That's probably an undervalued spec book at this point. So
Well, yeah, he's been around for a while now. So
Yeah, I've got books at CBCS I've been waiting for, but I also have books from CGC that have been sitting there since before the 2021 price hikes that are
Yeah.
still waiting to come back. And they're just sitting. Some of them are sitting. They've been sitting in fucking pressing for 10 months.
yeah.
oh wow.
They
Well-
haven't even gotten to the CGC side yet.
Let me
So
oh, go ahead.
So does anybody like where do they store the books? Like has
supposedly in a
anybody
vault.
Garbage cans.
If you listen to them, they claim they all go in a vault. But they also claim that everyone is surveyed by 3 people. So
I just have a fear that they're all like stacked on each other in a room.
Well,
Just
I need to
like-
get one. I need to get at least one of these fucking books back before the Thor movie comes out, or I'm screwed. But
Well, I realized that in that last mystery box set I put out was the first. I had my first Jane Foster. I realized I thought I had that book in 9.8, and the version I have is like some other incentive or an alt cover. It's not the one. It's half a skull. It's still the same book, but I realized I thought I had that one already.
I'm always playing the game of waiting for something to come back before, so I can turn around and send it off to something else because it's. I mean, like, fucking
Nice.
the first time in forever a Steranko signing gets announced, and I'm like, my freaking the one book I really want to have signed by Steranko is freaking stuck in, probably isn't going to come back in time. And
what book is it?
the very first Spyman #1.
Oh, nice.
So it's his first published artwork.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Dang.
Yeah, I just looked at the list. I have 20 books out at CBCS. Most of them are not time dependent as far as when I get them back. There's a couple, like Jesus, like I have the Moon Knight hip hop variant, which I'd like to get it back and flip. I have the second print Moon Knight #1 from the Bendis run, which is a ghost of a book that I'd like to turn around and flip, but we'll see.
Nice.
And then there's a couple I've already screwed on, like Star Wars High Republic #1 and 1 in 25. That is tanked and not worth a damn thing right now.
Is it tanked?
Well, I think it's not. Maybe it's called back up now. The High Republic books are always so goddamn weird to me.
I thought the 1 in 25 was still like $200.
Oh, maybe that's good. Okay.
I thought, but I haven't looked.
But then I do have I got an ASM 55,
Nice.
the first print Virgin. So I mean, still worth a little bit.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about
The original run.
Series
No,
1. I was like, oh, okay,
no, it's the eye rolling one. The one, yeah,
right.
The red one? No.
No, it's the white cover. It's a white Patrick Gleason
Yeah.
Virgin variant, but it's still like,
I've got 2 of those. But
yeah.
don't
But
know
those are
about
the
that blue
those are
and
the ones
red.
where I'm like, I've kind of already. I mean, I gotta get them back, but like some of the,
I
the rest of them
slept
I've got like a Secret Wars 8. I've got a Star Wars 1 and 2 and 81 would be nice to have back right now. Rise of Kylo Ren 3, another one to have back. Darth Vader 3 with the first Afra, that'd be nice. First Transformers, Ultimate Fallout 4, first print. Thundercats 1, that's not really time dependent.
I know where you got that Afro from.
Yeah, Thor God of Thunder #2, that's kind of time dependent. Thor 3037, I'll probably keep that. The Hulk, Red Hulk #1, a newsstand, which is a ghost of a book. A Fathom crossover tour book with a sketch by Michael Turner that at some point I have to sell to somebody that actually likes Michael Turner. And Sandman #1, which I'll probably flip if I can get it out before the show drops, because I've got one already. And the Moon Knights, and then Journey to Fear 19, or no, Adventures into Fear 19. Mark Jewelers. Hell yeah, that's the second one. First Howard the Duck. And then a Journey to Mystery 89. So
my Darth Vader #1.
Nice.
That's the Alex Ross variant of Boba Fett riding on top of the beast. That's been there forever.
Nice.
So I'm going, if I could have that one right now, I could move that so fast because it's not only first black hair skin.
Yeah, Eric, I said it to get slabbed because like it wasn't moving on eBay, and everyone on eBay is like, "Do you have a COA?" I'm like, "No, I don't have a COA for it. I got it from a reputable source." But so,
Oh
see,
yeah,
the
the
CGC
Michael
will
Turner book,
verify it
everything.
hopefully, and you know.
Yeah, I slept on a few books because in the guy's pressing mine has got my She-Hulk one and my Moon Knight one. So by the
Yeah.
time I ever send those in the CGC, those will be keepers for me.
All my CGC stuff that's in that CGC right now, those were all sent in April 12th.
Yeah.
They're all they're for the most part they're sitting there. The only ones that are getting close to coming back that are supposedly listed in quality control are the ones that were fast track.
See you, Papa Ken. Have a good night.
Fast track, 8-9 months.
Yeah, Jesus.
Wow. Yeah,
That
I told myself I wasn't going to say anything until they started fixing that.
I am done sending shit in at this point, unless I get my own CBCS account or whatever, and I can do the 2-day turnaround fast track, and I don't need a press or anything. Then maybe, but like, if not, I'll just buy pre-graded books if I really want them. You know, like it's not worth.
Yeah,
it.
who had? I know I watched that video. I forgot who it was. The Stan Lee one that didn't pass. How it didn't pass? I mean, I don't know.
That was that wrestler guy.
yeah.
He was pissy, to say the least.
Yeah.
I mean, whoops. I don't know.
Oh
I still would like to get a Stan Lee signed book one of these days. I'll just wait till
Yeah, I gave you the opportunity at a good price for one you even wanted, but like
I couldn't afford it. I
it
didn't have the
was
money.
still a really good. It was still a really good price.
Oh, I know.
Oh, here
It
comes
sold out.
Rob with his
It did end up
12
selling,
Stanley
so.
signatures right here.
Yeah, you have plenty, Rob. I don't have one. Sorry, no, I don't. Have
I only
money.
have one,
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
but it's 5 times signed.
Nice.
Nice.
Stan Lee.
Anyway, you sure you don't need a double signed Excalibur number one?
It's Stan Lee signed 3 weeks before he died.
Actually, I may be interested, Taylor.
John Romita, John Romita Jr.
Yeah.
I might actually hold on to it. That's one of my underrated spec
Nice.
books. We'll see. I mean, it's
along with a remark by Al Milgrom,
I've got
Nice.
a Claremont signed book.
Bob Sharon, and Denny O'Neil. So 2 dead people.
nice.
Nice.
I really love that book, Rob.
And his first Hydro Man.
I randomly sent the best X-Men between 1 and 130 I had in. I think it's 128 to get signed by Claremont, and never thought about it. It came back as a 9.8. How it came back as a 9.8, I have no idea. I mean, something that old should not have.
Because it was your best one? I don't know.
Well, no, I just did a cursory check. I mean, it's the first time I'd ever done any signings from CGC. I've only ever done 2. I think that, and I got the the Secret Wars 8 triple signed, but I'm debating. I got a guy that's his comic shop. I deal with all. He's the guy who bought me the bottle of bourbon that's still sitting up there. I haven't opened yet. He has a shop that's got a giant size X-Men 1 for $1,400, but he hasn't told me what shape it's in. So he said they might take trade. And I'm like, well, I got this 3-time signed Secret Wars for trade.
The first Stan Lee book I had picked up was an X-Men book that I moved. That one I picked up from that Spider-Man booth. Actually,
one of their Mondays.
Whatever it was, like where you would buy
3, get 3 half off, get them half off.
Yes.
Yeah, that's where I got my X-Men too. Probably the same day. So I think they all sold out one day on there.
Yeah, I was like, it was like where it was half price. It was like $400 for the book or something, or $300 for the book, and I was like, all right. I think based on what I could figure out, it was like made it so it was undervalued, and I did turn around and sell it to make some money back.
Nice. Yeah, I just haven't. I've got one sign. I've got a hardbound. That one hardbound signed by him in front of me. Yeah. I've got that, but I don't have like a CGC cool looking. He put Stan Lee 89 because it was 1989. I guess that was when I graduated high school. But
this apparently is the more rare version of this book too, which I didn't realize according to the Key Collector.
I think I have a few of those or different ones of that.
Well, there's 2 different. If there's no price on the front, it's a little more rare apparently. So,
man.
I used to have all of them, and now I just kind of have been getting them in boxes here and there and keeping them. The Excalibur.
It's first team appearance of Excalibur. It comes before issue number 1, so I was like,
okay. Yeah, it was a special one shot. It's the square bound, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that book.
That's another underrated spec book that I'm looking at right now, and is the first appearance of Captain Britain. Because
I should have gotten rid of all these actually.
Get rid of what?
Excalibur.
What books do you have signed by Stan, Joe? Just out of curiosity. I know you're that Spider-Man booth guy as well. Did you get one of those slab from?
I should have done that earlier and bought.
I think like that X-Men 19 back when I got it, I paid $150 for it from that Spider-Man booth. It was too good a deal to pass up.
Oh
and then,
my
That's
god,
crazy.
dude.
well, and then I would have held on to it, but I just needed some money. I can't hold on to fucking everything. I'm starting to learn that. Like it's like
Okay, fine, Taylor. $10. I'll give you $10 for
there you
that.
go, $10. There you go. Well, I'm also
the herd.
I might do a video or maybe have like a live chat on my channel with some of you guys to see. Because what's up, Chris? Because I think it's an interesting conversation about how all of our collecting, what we collect, has shifted the longer you do it, like what you're into and stuff. Like
Oh yeah.
Like, because at first I was like, I want a full run of Thor. Now I'm like, what am I gonna do with 400 issues of Thor or 700 issues of Thor? Like,
God,
sure.
is that how much there are?
There's a ton. There's a boatload of all those, like
all the different versions and stuff.
But now I'm like, why don't I just have the key issues, and like collect the first appearances or covers I like that's kind of or a story that really grabs me. Like I'll get All-Star Superman Superman. It's a great story. Don't let Jimmy hear that. But like
all the variant. I used to be chasing all the different variants for so long, and then
that too. Like
then I was like, no, okay, I'm good, done. I want my space stuff.
Yeah, my
comics. And now I'm just like hunting for like weirdo little characters that are undervalued right now. Like not weirdo, but like DC's got such a library of great characters that they're not doing anything
some
with.
Weird ones, man. Like,
well, that's the beauty. And like, I love the weird shit, man. I love like the Inferior Five, like. But even
there's one of those
names
in this box.
Nice. Well,
my comic.
I told you there's a couple books in there.
There's a couple books. I know. Yeah.
There's an Inferior 5 in the showcase Inferior 5 book in the mystery boxes.
But or like the first Silver Age Spectre. Like it's not an enormous book. I think I just lost out on one tonight, but like.
I mean, I
try to keep their slabs, but instead of selling them, I find myself moving some of them recently only because I did tend to slab a lot of stuff, but with 270, I think roughly outstanding, I have to have room for those to come in. So
do you know how many you have in your collection currently at home or no?
Yeah, there's like almost 600.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah.
Oh my God, dude.
So
everybody go Rob. He lives next door to the painter's
that's why I go, oh, okay, I'll put 2 slabs in each one of these mystery boxes. It's like, okay, I can move 20. That's not even one box. It's like,
I've got probably 2 BCS black bins full of slabs, and that's all I've got right now.
I got about 6 that are just BCW bins that are nothing but signed slabs.
I've got 5 short boxes. What that means? 5 short boxes, 5 short magazine boxes where I put mine in.
I'm working on for the unsigned ones. I'm on box like 13. Because I numbered them, but the the problem though is also I have of those probably half are PGX slabs.
Oh yeah.
So, which, depending upon the book, it's not a problem. Like if I want some of the stuff, if it's something that's of interest, people will pay for it. That's fine.
Yeah.
But some of the stuff that's lesser, that's just kind of some modern stuff, people go, eh.
My other thing is pre-COVID, I had nothing. No raws, no slabs, nothing.
Yep, same here.
Oh, you're getting Eddie.
What was that?
Look the chat. Check the chat and block that guy.
Hello.
But like you can see, like these are all for sale. These are all for sale. Like I had no raw books or
I just want one. I just want one, Taylor.
Yeah, I've got a few more in that one. I got some more on the way too. So
what's really funny is I've been watching. There's been a 3.0 one that was up, but he just wants a little bit more than I want to spend.
Yeah, I will say, Rob. Like I've been thinking about the box I'm going to put together for you. And you're probably the most challenging fucker to do it for, to be honest.
Oh yeah, it is. What the heck are you gonna put?
Good. I got about half yours put together already. So
yeah, I have stuff incoming for yours and stuff put aside for it, but like, and I'm debating which way to go with it. We'll see how I do it. So
Hey Hey Rob, I got a question I wanted to ask. Okay, so like you have the Amazing Spider-Man, like the first from one to whatever, right? Like
I'm
where
working on it. I have from I don't have like but 2 issues of the first 10. So
Yeah. Sounds
do
like
you
we
have
have about 2.
13 and 14?
no, I have I don't believe so. Let me look real quick. I think I have 11 and 12 and then I think it's 16 or something like that before I go Amazing
Yeah, dude.
Spider-Man
Yeah, like the way
in
I
one.
collect or like collected, I'm eventually gonna get back in, but like
Yeah, I
those are
have
the only two ASM books I'm
yeah.
I want to
No,
try to get.
I don't
And
have. I have 10, 11, 12. Then I go to 17. Well, so I have 7, 10, 11, 12, 17, 18, 19. Then I need 20.
oh,
But if I could get 20, then I actually would have 17 through 47 as a solid run. So that's the only
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Jesus.
yeah.
The,
And then
the guy that I bought my G.I. Joe and stuff from today, he claims he has a full run of ASM and of Fantastic Four.
Oh my
Now, this guy
God.
also has been around Appleton for years, used to have a shop, so he might. But I think he's talking a bit of shit.
well, I'm only missing 3 books between 17 and 100.
Yeah.
So the overwhelming majority of what I'm missing is that 1 through 6, 8 and 9.
Yeah, I think I on mine I'm missing 1 through 5. I have 6 and 9 are the 2 below 10. But I'm 22 books away from every X-Men from 1 to 100.
Nice, Eric. I'm not. I have slab envy for a lot of people, but then I have to think. I'm like 2 years ago, I had no comics.
And then of course for my ASM sub 100s, pretty much they're everything is slabbed or on it too. I mean, I'm buying a lot of them raw, but I'm sending them all off to be slabbed because I'm gonna when I'm all said and done, it'll be a slab run. But
I'm just slowly sending mine off.
right now, I
think I have 33 slabbed at the moment under 100. I just got 99, so I'm getting there.
Yeah, well, like I said, I kind of slowed up on those for right now. I have started picking up some more in the 100 to 200 range just because they're still good. Those are good Spider-Man books, and those will be the ones that start going up next, really.
Yeah.
But I kind of also want to work on my Batman run some more, and of course, I started a fucking Mystery in Space run. So,
Yeah,
well,
dude.
okay.
I started looking at
that's
those
gonna be your
books,
cheapest
Rob.
run to get.
Oh my God.
it is,
feel
but they're
bad for your
not.
wallet.
The Mystery and Space books, like the raw book. I mean, granted, they're a lot cheaper than some of the others, but they're still running. Typically, seem to run about $40 to $50 a piece for a.
I get
for
it.
a upper mid grade, for like something in the 6.
Are you? What have you been like hunting around on eBay for? Like what I just started is I'll like hunt for like Mystery in Space or like Mystery in Space lots, even if I have doubles.
Right.
And then
Yeah, I have looked at some of those because I know that's a way to get better on some of them. But the ones I've seen thus far, the lots have been like trashed books.
Yeah, there's been a bit of that. But I picked up some other stuff today that not.
I gotta be more selective but yeah. I got some good stuff there, and then of course I'm like, oh, but Tales Unexpected, I get some more Space Ranger stuff too. So,
See, I'm starting to look at weird fantasy books with.
Yeah, see, then some of those got
mushroom
good.
cloud ones, like the ones that have mushroom clouds, or the Earth is getting destroyed, and it's like a mushroom cloud. Like it just looks so. It looks so cool. I'm like,
nice,
man, dude.
Yeah, well,
so why do you hate people, Chris?
Almost anything with a robot cover is great, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Rob's got some great robot covers.
Please.
But then I was just fun because I picked this up at the LCS.
Oh my God,
week.
dude,
So
that's the one.
Nice.
This is just modern reprints.
Yeah.
But they're fun. You can pick these up, and it's like 6 different books inside of it. It's like,
Nice.
So
Yeah, dude.
so, yeah, I
That's
picked this
the
up. So this
cover I
like $19. It was a good read, some fun stuff. I mean,
Well,
it's
you
all
get some great art. You get like Harvey Kurtzman and like Frank Frazetta. And like,
yeah, that, and then there's a because then I also have I have this one too. It's
that's the other one. That's my other one, dude.
this is an older one.
Oh, man.
It's actually double-sided, so it's got two different ones, and I
It's
paid
a-
like it was EC reprints, man. There's just like good stuff. Then I saw like somebody the other day posting. It took me down a rabbit hole that fortunately I didn't buy anything, but it had me so tempted. Somebody was posting. I don't even know who. I couldn't even remember the Instagrammer. Some Instagrammer that's always got like some chick with a low cut top and like
that's me.
in the same pose,
Yeah,
holding a book. That always makes me think it's like photoshopped or something.
Yeah.
Her hair color changes all the time, but she was holding some sci-fi pulp books, and I've had some pulp books in the past, and those things are not, well, hello, how are you? Huh? Are you
yeah,
gonna
but
say?
12, Eric? Jeez.
Wow.
Anyways, these pulp books are, they can be beautiful books, but they also a lot of times just fall apart because they weren't designed to last, and you can't have them slabbed and stuff. But what?
Yeah,
Why
I think
are you so lovey,
once the X-Men series 1 to 100 is done, I'm going to hit Iron Man next.
It's
Because Iron Man 1's at least maybe doable because it's not his first appearance. I'm not worried about it. I just want to get 1 to 100.
That was still an expensive book.
Yeah, but it's not going to be. I doubt 1 through. I picked up
Captain.
I have 2 copies of number 6 for some reason.
Go on a Captain Marvel run; those are cheap. Nobody wants Captain Marvel.
I just like a lot of the covers on the Iron Man one. So
yeah, what was that cover? That famous one where he's like an alcoholic and he's looking in the mirror.
181 or 180 or something. 180, it's somewhere in there.
Yeah, it's up higher.
It's the Demon in a Bottle storyline. Yeah.
Yeah, that one. It's gonna be. This may sound in poor taste, but like, I thought it would be kind of cool for like if Robert Downey Jr. does like a CGC signing to like
haven't signed
that book and be like, yeah, you know what I'm talking about, man. And see his reaction. That would be
given how much I'm sure Downey charges, he'd probably just be laughing at you. So
yeah, he would.
It's snorting cocaine right through those dollar bills.
Oh my god. Oh,
what's up, Steven?
Man. What a redemption story, man. Like the first MCU and then just like capping it off with your signature line, dude.
That also makes me realize, like, I never really think of Jon Favreau as like a great or anything director, but like he's done a lot of big stuff.
Yeah, a lot more than you think. But now,
he was in Rudy, for God's sakes, and now look at him.
Is he
directed Swingers
Star
too?
Wars now? Is he running Star Wars now, or are they still?
But he's executive
going
producer on a lot of it. What's it? Kathleen Kennedy is still in charge of it. So,
because have there been actual reviews of Boba Fett yet that have,
I don't know. I haven't looked. I mean, I know the community consensus is kind of a shrug.
Yeah, don't worry. It's going to get better, guys. It's going to get better. Filoni's going to come in.
Things are going to get
Well, I don't think Filoni has much to do with this one. That's the problem. I trust Filoni more than Robert Rodriguez. So,
yeah, it's kind of dying here.
Why is that, Taylor? Is that because he's Hispanic, Taylor?
Yeah, that's what it is, man. Totally.
Taylor, you just came out with it, dog. All right. I'm gonna get Cholo.
No, I loved El Mariachi. I loved his earlier shit, but like once he started doing Spy Kids and stuff, he just kind of lost his way. So
yeah, Spy Kids was a little weird when he put Machete in the Spy Kids franchise.
Like,
I was like,
all I wanted out of Boba Fett was to do like a Boba Fett version of Machete. That'd be of a El Mariachi.
Whoa.
Like just have him kicking ass for 8 episodes, not this bullshit. Like,
yeah.
I mean, well, you got Machete and Boba Fett now. I mean, he's there. But really, they had to bring. I mean, did they have to give him a rank for?
I looked up because I was bored the other night, and like I looked up Robert Rodriguez's IMDb to see if I was being unfair to the man, and no. And then one of the next things in production that's been announced is Machete in Space. So
I'm all for it. It's a lightsaber machete. But
I mean, I'll watch it. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
if he's riding
Here.
around on an 8-mirrored scooter, no.
Here, you guys give me an idea here. My wife asked this question today. I've got 2 months to my birthday. She goes, "What can I just go
Blowjob.
get you and hand you? What do you want? What? Because I can't tell her to give me a comic book. That just doesn't work. Mystery
You tell her to
boxes-
get you a mystery box. You don't know what's in it.
Well, yeah, but I just make
I'll
sure
tell you a
they're-
good one. I know.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
Rob's
We
figuring
dance
out-
in Deep Town.
No, everyone. GameStop had that the Mandalorian Black Blade. Whatever that
Ooh.
thing's called. They say
Yeah.
it's incredible looking. They won't take it out of the box for us, but still, it's $264.
You like it, Joe? It's good. I'm glad you're getting enjoyment out of it. I just it's not for me, and it's
At
not
least
for most
somebody
people
is.
I talk to.
But yeah, I'm trying to figure out what I want for my.
What's the budget?
My wife will spend whatever she has no. As our bank account has learned, she doesn't really have a concept of how much to spend. When you take her shopping, she shops like her mom. If it has to go on a credit card, she will.
Well, then
do it.
what's your budget, dude? Like, what's your
I don't know,
reasonable?
like $100. I really don't want anything.
Yeah, all right.
Like, there's not a lot I want. I buy what I want. That's bad to say, but the toys, the gaming systems, if I want them, I get them. And I
Take you out to a nice dinner or something. Then fuck it.
Yeah, I told her, so let's go to dinner. Let's go away for a night.
That's
Yeah.
what
Hotel
my
somewhere.
mom
I mean,
was
that's
asking
about-
me that the other day. She's about my birthday, and I told her, I said, "Well, Mom," I said, "I'm a big fan of gift cards because I just buy what I want when I want. And if I have a gift
Mom,
card,
just-
then I'll use it for." I said, "So Amazon gift cards work great for me because if they don't have it, then I don't need it."
Yep,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah, Eric, you've got at least one slab I really want.
Oh,
So-
Taylor, remind me when we're done here before we log out. When we're done, I got to ask you a question. So I'll
Uh-oh.
save it for that.
What slab does he have that you want?
I talked to
We're up on
Jason.
that 32.
No, I talked to Jason about
Uh,
something, and he was going to try to get on tonight, but he was hunting in the middle of nowhere, and he was going to make it home in time.
Gotcha.
But yeah, other than that, yeah, no work tomorrow. I'm glad I don't have to go to bed, don't have to do anything. It's nice and relaxed. Kind of like that idea.
I gotta. Okay, I'll pull the 4 people watching. Who should I have on my villains team for tomorrow?
On your which?
I've got to come up with a team of supervillains to rob Fort Knox. Apparently,
Rob Fort Knox. That's the location.
that's the requirement of the
The
team.
scenario
That's
is
the scenario. Yeah,
is it the
I have a
villains?
couple
deciding-
ideas, but I just want to hear what you guys are all
Well, what
thinking.
show- what show-
Deep tier Marvel.
What show is this?
This
It's
is
on
on,
Rob.
this is on the
Oh.
Sidekick Talk Comics.
Sidekick.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Sorry, yeah. Flash.
Flash
Is
is
it
a
a
hero.
I could do Reverse Flash. Sure,
Yeah.
that's not a bad idea.
The
So it's
heroes
DC
or-
and Marvel. Those are the
It's-
limited.
it's
Yeah,
villains.
it could be mixed
Villains.
apparently.
Oh, okay,
so.
sorry.
Okay.
It can come from
Um,
Marvel. They have to come from either Marvel or the DC universe. They
Magneto.
have to be traditionally villains,
Magneto.
and they have to be
That's a good one too, actually.
Earth based, right?
Yeah,
Maybe.
most of mine are X-Men. I was gonna say Magneto and Juggernaut.
That's all you need is Magneto. I mean,
Why is
Yeah,
gold?
yeah,
Is
really.
gold magnetic?
A team of
Oh,
6.
Yeah, it is Magneto.
Eric,
But he uses
and
magnetic
it's
field
gonna
to lift
probably. I'm assuming it's kind of a snake draft, so I'm gonna have to have
Yes, it
I'm
is
gonna
a
have to
snake
have
draft.
backups. I'm sure. So
he can use the magnetic field to lift it. I mean, and rip off.
Are
the
they magnetic?
I don't remember. I don't think so. No.
according
Is
to
that-
National Treasure 2, I have no idea.
But the magnetic, but he has used the magnetic field of the Earth to lift things.
Yeah,
And
six
with
six
his
villains
power
allowed.
and his power-
No godlike cosmic entities. So
That's
I'm
not
guessing no
godlike.
Darkseid or Thanos.
Okay.
After in the heroes draft, we were all pulling out.
Yeah,
Kitty Pryde. Nope, not a
Not a
villain.
villain.
Sorry, not a villain. Sorry.
Mystique's not a bad one though.
Yeah, but
Catwoman.
here, how much?
Yeah,
she
so
get carried?
so here's the other half of the thing. Just so you
Doom,
guys have
yeah.
the full scenario. So the scenario is you have to be not only are you trying to rob Fort Knox of all its gold, but you also have to anticipate a hero team arriving to try
Oh,
to stop
okay.
you on
Yeah.
par with either the Avengers or the Justice League.
Mr. Sinister. I
So-
would get that. I would get that group. Mr. Sinister. Who else?
So you need to be able to
Sneaks in there,
stall and occupy the heroes so you can finish your heist.
We find out. I have the game I play. I've got the crew that I'd use probably.
Black Cat, not a bad one. I'd probably have to fight to get her as a villain, Eric. But it's not a bad one.
Well, she's not really a hero.
But she's not really a villain.
I think both Catwoman and Black Cat would fall okay. They're predominantly known as
expert.
Anti-heroes.
Oh yeah,
At best.
Yeah.
right.
I've got a
But
couple,
no.
but I'm not spilling them on the air. So
I thought it was much better to give you guys a scenario, an objective
yeah,
to
it's a
try
good
to come up with rather than just
one.
aimlessly.
What about now? The Apocalypse? He's not cosmic, so I could probably swing that one.
What about Doomsday? Is he
Dooms-
cosmic?
No, he's just stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You're right
can't.
about that.
Okay,
I
listen.
don't want him.
Just
I don't
for,
want him.
just for my own
on-
sanity and my own integrity, I'm probably going to avoid 90s bullshit villains.
I mean,
can't help it.
Doomsday, the only thing you have going for him that's the okay, the heroes arrived, throw him at them and have to occupy them type of thing, right? But you can do
Yeah.
the same thing with any number of other.
The Marauders.
What about Doom 2099?
Yeah, Dr.
Mystique,
Doom,
Emma
for
Frost.
sure.
I think the group Mystique, Emma Frost, Mr. Sinister, Sabretooth, and I forgot the guy in the silver armor dude. Strike.
Silver Samurai?
No. I have him somewhere.
Arcade. Yeah, I love. Dude, Arcade's one of my favorite underutilized villains, but I don't think he's good for this scenario. But I'll put him.
Is also what's your team dynamic is the other thing to consider too. Is although the audience tends to overlook team dynamic,
Yeah,
but because obviously like somebody wants to sit there and say the Joker. Well, the Joker's not a great team player, so.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I think Rogue's a redeemed villain. I don't think she would count.
Yeah.
I would argue against somebody else putting her on a team. So
yeah, she's predominantly not. She's predominantly known as a hero at this point.
Same with like Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, and so
Right.
like yeah,
it's because Scarlet. Well, Scarlet Witch last time got nixed from being able to be a hero.
Well, all right.
So I mean that's the argument you could have, although they could still use the same argument against.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh man,
it's a cool scenario, and I probably will spend too much time tomorrow thinking about it. All I know is we're all gonna whoop the hell out of Gary B because he's like, I'm going obscure. I'm like, well, the audience has a say in this, right, Gary? So like,
yeah, the audience is the determining factor. So it's like,
well, yes, and Gary might have probably the best team. However, if it's people no one's ever fucking heard of, like, I mean, if I had my druthers, I would pick people like the Spot. But like nobody's ever gonna like.
Oh, the Spot is a good one.
Yeah.
At least for Marvel, I do have the old role-playing books out in the garage that has all their stats, how they do their stats, and who's got higher what. So.
Well, I could go through my old official handbook of the Marvel Universe.
Sitting with your mirror.
Yeah, the white ones.
Yeah,
I bought a bunch of those. I used to love that series.
Yeah, I used to like compare and contrast. Like, oh, he's a. Colossus only lifts 100 tons. That's bullshit. Like the. Yeah.
Well, the old Marvel Universe stuff rated things from poor, which was like 5, up to unearthly, which was 100. I forgot the other ones. It was like 20 different rankings. And...
Dracula. Actually, there you go.
Oh.
As long as the sun's not out.
Yeah, that would be a bit of a problem.
Nighttime raid.
No, we just need somebody to hold a mirror, something over him, like an umbrella.
Umbrella.
Kite Man. Ooh, umbrella, Kite Man, and Dracula. You have Kite Man flying over Dracula.
Rob Fort Knox.
Yeah. There we go. My team is set. Kite Man, hell yeah.
What was that character? I never looked him up. He was in Doom Patrol. That guy that gets morphed to like all these different things, like
Animal
a dinosaur
man, or
yeah, it's like a dinosaur and like a vegetable, or I don't know.
It's animal, vegetable, mineral. I can't think of the full name of the guy, but it's like he's got 4 different things he's put together. It's awesome. Yeah,
that's insane.
There's been several characters like that, which are really weird.
Yeah,
because Mystery in Space had the multi-alien.
Yeah,
that was.
I would honestly, some of Doom Patrol's villains would probably fucking destroy, but I also need to pander to the audience. So
yeah,
considering no one's ever read Snowflame, there we go. Cocaine. Ooh, cocaine and Kite Man. Hell yeah.
Stilt Man.
What about the Impossible Man?
Oh man,
Mr. Mixoplick. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
I'm just throwing random shit at the wall just to annoy Rob now too. This is like my version of Pokemon with Rob.
Hey, it's
But at least it's characters he's heard of.
That's true.
ooh, I know who you need. You should use Kindred.
I should. This robbery will take 84 issues.
What does he do? Well, I don't really know, but
Yeah. He's got some centipedes. I don't know what the fuck they do, but
but there's 2 of them
yeah.
after all.
I don't even know who the Matador is. What about Stiltman? Another great.
I said
God.
earlier, yeah.
That cover I still remember. I was like, oh.
I've got a couple. Like I'm not going for pure like heavy hitting power. I don't think on all mine either. Because
Hammerhead.
yeah, ooh, King Shark. Nom nom.
Nom, 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 nom.
There you go. You get the whole aquatic. You got Orca, King Shark.
Yeah.
What?
Black Manta. Perfect for robbing Fort Knox.
Stingray.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Or some of those really bad animal, like the zoo just got out. Here comes the grizzly, the rhino,
Yeah.
the fucking kangaroo. What?
What is there?
Speedball. Speedball. Oh, no, he's not evil. Speedball. There you go.
I swear, Spider-Man is like somebody just really went through a zoo. These are the animals you'll see at the zoo. Oh, great! This is our next villain, the fucking badger.
I thought about this. I'm probably gonna rule him out because it's not gonna be in New York and like.
What was the black when Marvel put out that series? It had the black wording. It was the 90s, like New Wave or something. I don't know.
Midnight Sun.
Star Brand.
Oh, New Universe.
New Universe. That was. Oh, there's got to be some bad
Mr.
villains
Negative.
in that one.
Dr.
Yeah,
Manhattan.
Mr. Negative would be a good one actually.
Oh wait, no, is he a villain? Is Dr. Manhattan a villain? No, he's not.
Well, let's just go Doc Ock. Come on, man.
Doc Ock, yeah.
Doc Ock. I've run out of ideas. Sorry.
That'd be good. It'd be fun. There's a lot of when you start really thinking about it, there's a lot of good villains out there.
Oh yeah. And a lot of bad ones.
Yeah, and
Why am I so tired?
but it's hard. Build your own Legion of Doom.
Oh God.
Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom.
I remember watching that cartoon so much.
That was awesome.
Oh yeah.
I always
didn't watch
wanted
the
to
X-Men
see
cartoon. I never watched it.
I always wanted to see the mundane conversations they had. When I saw that show as a kid, I'm like, I wonder what would happen if one of these guys didn't put toilet paper back on the roll or something, and see what someone would say, like, hey asshole, put some Charmin on there, man. What the hell, dude?
There you go. There's a good. I would read that comic series, Chris.
Yeah, that would be
Everyday Life at the Legion of Doom, like the
Oh yeah. What day is Peacekeepers?
Thursdays.
Thursdays. Okay.
Peacekeeper.
Peacemaker. Oh my
Peacemaker,
God.
I know,
I'm
yeah.
so tired. I'll screw it up every time. I don't have Eric to sit here and correct me when I refer to people.
Now, would Peacemaker count?
Oh,
He thinks he's a hero. Everyone else thinks he's a villain, though.
That's like Punisher.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, so what is? I know you guys probably talked about this already. What do you guys think? You Punisher logo?
I think it's awesome. They're trolling the hell out of fans.
Yeah,
I don't. So goddamn
like,
uptight about it, and they're doing it for about 12 different reasons. A lot of which involve lifted pickup trucks.
yeah, and
Yeah.
and dip cans.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
no,
need
I,
like one blue tooth on there so you can have Blue Lives Matter. You look like the grifter.
Actually, this fits pretty good like this. It's supposed to be.
There you go.
like,
It is an
I
improvement.
I always laugh when they incorporate the Blue Lives Matter with the Punisher logo.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
like,
just a misunderstanding of that character badly.
yeah. I'm like,
But it's been appropriated. Like that logo has been appropriated by those guys. So like that's one of the reasons I'm sure they're redoing the logo for now too. And
It only really applies to Punisher 2099.
the logo or that new one.
I mean, he went and actually set up his own jail system.
Oh well,
Because
there you go.
in the future there wasn't a jail. He went and he was capturing bad guys and incarcerating them in his own private jail to administer justice because it didn't feel justice was being served.
Sounds riveting. Can't wait.
Oh,
It's a series I never read.
yeah, well, no, yeah, no, that's
2099 did not go over well.
I tried. When I actually enjoyed the Miguel O'Hara, like that arc. I mean, it was Peter Day. It was not awful. Rick Lenardi's art didn't really do it for me back in the day. I have a newfound appreciation for it. But like once the world's ugliest Hulk came out, I'm like, no, that was the dumbest character
That
design
was
ever.
really cool.
There's one of those in the mystery box that
Oh.
the 2099 Unlimited first appearance of Hulk
Well,
2099.
There you go. That's
how many
that's a selling point, people.
how many
Oh, my-
2099 series are there? Like
There was a bunch.
There was a Bond, yeah.
oh, okay.
The main ones.
And then they
were-
rebooted it again, right? Or they expanded
Right,
it.
yeah. So some of them, there were some that were in the initial wave, and then there were some that came in subsequent runs. So the 2099 universe, it came and it went, and then it came back as they were getting ready to launch new video games and stuff initially in the 2099 universe because of licensing reasonings and whatnot. But then that never went to fruition. But there was originally, you had Spider-Man, Punisher, Doom, Ghost Rider, X-Men, and then Hulk and
Oh.
Ravage.
Oh,
Ravage was the only one that was a original character.
Was X-Men 2099 later?
X-Men 2099 came out in that shortly
Yeah.
within that first
The
year.
blue one, yeah.
Yeah. And
I'm
then
sticking with the gold one for the hell of it.
Later on, there would become other characters would be introduced in various different volumes. Most recently, there was a couple years ago, there was they teased like something was happening in the 2099 universe and then dropped it completely. So it's like, what was the point of this? but that was where they introduced Conan 2099, Fantastic Four 2099.
Yeah.
God, that sounds like a
Um,
bad dream.
There's several.
2099. Holy
Actually, it was actually not bad. Even Gary B likes it too, and it's not just because it's Conan, but because it was actually pretty good. He was fighting the Thorites, who worshipped the old fallen Thor. But I don't know. It was like they were teasing like something was going on with the timeline, and like in the whole future was at risk or something in the Spider-Man 2099 book, and then it just like vanished and they dropped it like it was hot, and it's like, oh, okay, whatever happened to that? Well, who knows, along with other stories that have gone dead. Oh, and then there was a Venom 2099 as well that they introduced. That Clayton Crane did the cover for that one too.
Kind of scary.
Yeah.
That was not a great character design either, though.
My comic shop guy, I talked to him last week. He comes over and he goes, DC's been so hard to get and all this stuff. We're not getting them. I might just drop and not even get DC anymore. I went, oh, okay. Thank you, sir.
Well, it should still get at least what your customers are pre-ordering.
Well, no, there's a minimum. The DC, whoever's getting.
Oh, yeah. You have to do
has a minimum now.
$500 or something.
So they're holding everything. So now my DC books are coming. The few I get, I think I'm down to just like what.
Yeah,
Joker.
that was part of their thing to try to prevent people who were buying stuff on wholesale and flipping the shit on eBay or something, and so they tried to limit it to like some kind of quantity that you had to buy direct from DC. You could still buy I think you could. No, that was Marvel's the one that you can still buy through Diamond, but DC you can't. I don't think.
So like, is the comic shortage thing still like happening? Like, our shops not getting books still?
Well, shops still are not getting books at certain times because of the usual things that happen. But then you also have logistics that because you have all these things come from different distribution facilities now instead of before COVID, everything came from Diamond and that was it. So you had one distributor, they sent all your books, either you got your shipment or you didn't get your shipment. They sent it early enough, you were good to go. Well, now you got stuff that's coming from Diamond, you have stuff that's coming from Lunar, you have stuff that's coming from Penguin, and those distributors now, because they're coming from different ones, if they're behind for anything or their carrier they pick up, it's more of a chance that your shipment at least one of your shipments can be delayed. The good thing for the shop is that if your shipment is delayed, chances are it's only a portion of your comics for the week and not all of your comics for the week. but you still have 3 times the chance of one of your shipments being delayed versus one or the other. So like my shop, I know they have gone through like last 3 weeks, they've had at least one of their shipments delayed. The first week it was DC, then the second week DC came in no problem, but it was Diamond, so their independents were delayed. And then this past week, it was DC that was delayed again.
Wow.
Which is interesting when DC supposedly is shipping early enough so your books are available on Tuesday,
Yeah.
and my store doesn't put books out till Wednesday regardless. So that means when on Wednesday I go in there, they still don't have DC. DC's pretty behind.
Yeah, they seem.
Wow. That's crazy.
But you know, they're also probably coming out of just one facility because it's a smaller operation than Diamond was. So they're and I know that DC used to have, when they started, they had two regional facilities, but then one of those shut down. So they have just one regional facility that's shipping everywhere. So depending upon where you're at on the country compared to the freight lanes and to distance from that distribution facility, your chances of having delays increase, right?
Wow. That's fucking, that's so crazy. That's so chaotic. It's like
I think
it's
they're shipping
crazy.
by. I
Like
think,
I've never really like understood like the whole process of getting new books and stuff, and like I hear like a paper shortage, and then I hear like all this other stuff like DC leaving Diamond, and I'm like, oh
well,
shit.
yeah. So I mean, the paper shortage was a thing that we heard about, right? And that also comes from the stack that when you break up your distribution facility that had one distribution facility that was ordering paper, knew how much paper to order, everything else, and was doing stuff, and then all of a sudden you split it into your manufacturing now for your across multiple distribution facilities, and they're all trying to get ramped up, make sure they have inventory. Suddenly they need paper plus back stock, and they're having all kinds of damage issues as they're working through, so they're having to do reprints, and they're burning through paper faster than what they were expecting. It's all these things all just compound, right?
Yeah.
So and I believe that some of that is going. I believe that Diamond or Lunar is shipping some of their stuff partway by rail because
Oh, God.
my store's getting like stuff like their books get stuck down in San Diego and Los Angeles, and it's like, okay, well, the only reason for them to go down there when you're trying to get to San Francisco is that they're coming through on rail through Tehachapi and getting caught up in the rail yards and stuff down there. And the rail yards have been having all kinds of problems with damage to their freight cars and stuff. I mean, I just read an article today about Union Pacific talking about trying to bypass LA County right now because their cargo cars are getting broken into at such a ridiculous rate that they don't want to even
Like
do business down there.
like in the train yard or something, or
Yeah,
like
yeah, because people are breaking in and stealing packages and things out of the cargo cars because Los Angeles County has decriminalized or de-emphasized the prosecution of crimes below a certain dollar threshold. So even though the Union Pacific has its own police force and is able to conduct arrests and stuff for crimes against the rail yards, they still end up getting handed over to the local counties and stuff, and then the people get released right away because it's less than $1,000 or crime or whatever, and
wow.
nothing. It's the same reason why in San Francisco, where like so you had places like CVS saying we just want to close up all our businesses and walk away because people are just coming through and riding their bike right into the store and pulling stuff off the shelves and writing out, because even if they get caught, it's a misdemeanor. They get nothing,
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yep, exactly.
A lot of the bigger metro areas are going that route because the jails are full.
Yep, but logistics have been tough, right? Everybody knows about what's been going on with the transportation of goods, and because of the increased demand on shipping and buying online and all the other different things that have gone on through this series of pandemics, and that stuff all spills over all the way up the food chain across all the different levels of trucking and
my work's getting hit by it because we use the risers that go up to the gas meters. They're basically running, mainly it's a 3/4 inch riser, and we're running out of them. We don't have any left. So up here, they have like maybe 10 left, which we do 4 a day. So it's like 2.5 days worth of work. They told the crew they need to go around to all the houses, find the houses that are ready to move in, and those are the houses we're working on. That's it. So what's funny is the crew I'm working with got all pissed off because we're not doing any work done. I finally looked at them and said, "You guys are getting paid hourly?" "Yeah, we're getting paid hourly, so not by the riser." "So what do you care if you're not going to be able to do 3 a day, you do 2 a day for a while, and we just until it works out?" Because Dominion knows we don't have the stuff, knows the stuff's not going to get done. Because their choice is you have to like go from a 3/4 line down to a 1/2 inch one, and with all these other tools, and later on they'd have to come back in and redo the
ties into the transportation exactly 100%.
It's killing it. So
I don't know about the railroads. It has nothing to do with the railroads being regulated about people breaking into the trains. That has nothing.
I thought it was always hard to get on trains. If you ever want to,
there are some trains that block roads for half an hour and a safety hazard. I don't know about. I'm sure. No, there's trains get stopped in. Trains go into the yard, right, and cars will sit in the yard while they get transferred between trains and stuff, and so. That's when people are breaking into them.
Well, Taylor doesn't need his thing, his little van anymore. He just hop the rails and do a show from the rails.
The comic book hobo.
Yeah, there we go.
Hobo.
You get yourself a little satchel, a little stick with your bandana.
One CGC comic and a Turok #1, and I'll travel the country.
That's right. Well, you try to trade up. Exactly. As you go across country travel.
Oh, that's true.
Starting with that Turok #1.
Yeah, and try not to get my ass whooped every time I jump the train.
Try to trade up and see when you get to your destination across the country, what can you have traded up to?
Amazing
series
that would be amazing.
With Amazing Fantasy 15.
Taylor, I would become a member of your Patreon.
Oh, thanks, buddy. I appreciate it.
Just as long as you promise no nudes.
No promises. That'll be my OnlyFans account.
He might have to just to make them enough money. Well, it's after 9 o'clock. Does anybody want to promote stuff before we call it a night? Or are you guys doing well?
The usual, sure. Monday mail call tomorrow. It's been recorded. It's ready to go. It's got some cool stuff in there. And of course, I still have mystery boxes available. They're $300 shipped in the U.S. I do ship internationally. You get a $25 ship credit. You get a chance on a wheel, 1 in 10 chance to win Convergence Superman #2, first appearance of Jonathan Kent. And plus, of course, all the books. 2 slabs, 12 books.
Nice.
Guaranteed overvalue.
Ever since that poor day. Oh, wait. I'll ask after we go through it. Taylor?
Nah, I'm good.
Nothing?
Nah.
Zero?
Go to the TaylorWinder.com to get the Taylor Winder collection. You can find beautiful stuff like that. My wife actually wants to know where
got a mystery box. Apparently.
Where the hell to source those sweatshirts? She loves that sweatshirt. It's so soft and wants to be able to get them.
It's a Bella and Canvas blank.
Phil, what do you got?
Hey guys, so
you can buy it right from Bella and Canvas.
I'm
Rob.
Chris Padilla, Filmage Studios. I'm gonna go off so I don't turn green. The YouTube gods are on my side because I need 50 subscribers to go live, and when I hit 50, I'm gonna announce a few comic projects that I just thought of that I'm eagerly waiting to do, and one of them involves live. So if you can go to my YouTube channel, Filmage Studios, it has the same picture, and give me a subscribe, you won't be disappointed because this project is going to be pretty fun, and it's going to need audience participation. So yeah,
you have to get a camera to go live.
Yeah.
So
I don't know why I wasn't subbed to you, but I just
Meanwhile-
subbed you up, Chris.
Meanwhile, don't subscribe to me because right now I'm at the perfect count. As I have
Satan, you're
600.
satanic.
Yeah, I have 666 subscribers.
Oh my
so-
god! I need to screenshot it.
Okay, who Joe? What's channel are we talking? What?
Oh, bye, Taylor.
Oh,
Bye,
but-
Taylor. I need to ask him something. Great.
oh yeah, I was gonna.
What's Joe's channel? I'm too tired to think of it. So, Joe, what's your mystery box since you're on here? Anybody know? Oh,
I closed the wrong tab.
who's Joe's? Any idea? I don't have people's things memorized.
And
Anybody?
and Joe, 1 second on YouTube, it's 50 subscribers before you're
Oh.
able to go live. It used to be 100. Thank God it's not. Otherwise, I'd be out of luck.
His
Right.
mystery box is a mystery.
Yeah,
There
Nice.
you go.
it's a mystery.
Got
Your
it.
price, $20, all that stuff.
We've hit an hour and 45 minutes. We've babbled. We've ripped. Yeah, we haven't done
We've
much.
laughed. We've cried. We kissed $2 goodbye. Oh wait, no, that's Hardware Wars.
Nice.
I got that right.
Oh, for the last 4 people who are still watching us babble, have a nice night. Till next week.
So long, and thanks for
bye,
all the
guys.
fish.
I don't think there's any days we're skipping. Maybe my birthday weekend. We'll see. Okay. Good night, all.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
So long, thanks for all the fish.